Good morning. Thank you for joining this morning show, Insightful Morning Show. And we are glad to have you. Join us on Kobe Media TV. Of course, please do like and subscribe to Kobe Media TV to ensure that you get first-hand information as it drops in the media platform. I am your host, Mr. Akko Christian. This morning, I welcome you to a very special edition where we'll be looking at a number of national issues as it regards to Nigerian socio-political landscape. And of course, the troubling headline across the world. So this morning we're looking at first item on our list, which is Atiku Abubakar, who has deflected from the People's Democratic Party, the PDP, to the APC, African, All Progressive Congress, APC. He's struggling because he's the son of the former vice president of Nigeria, Atiku Abubakar, who has over the years remained in the opposition camp and trying to, see to be his emergence as the president of Nigeria. He has been a serial contestant. Of course, in a situation like this, when his own son has failed to align with his mission to become Nigeria's president, then it's somehow confusing. He himself could not even garner his own support base within the family circle. How can he now convince and stand before the Nigerian people, telling them to vote out this? You know, family charity, they say, begins at home. He is not been able to convince his family why he should remain in the race. So how can he now convince the generality of the Nigerian masses that despite serial contestation, he should still remain as a frontliner leading the opposition? How can Nigerians believe that he, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, has all the potentials it takes to lead Nigeria at this juncture? Nigerians cross-border, Nigerians from all walks of life. It's not time for politics. This is time for realistic decision. I believe Abba Atiku Abubakar will have seen that presidency is not the best wish for his father at this point. Going by the age factor, having contested serially and lost, he felt there's no need to align his mission with that of his father. And they have parted ways politically as Abba Atiku Abubakar has chosen the path of APC. APC have been adjudged to have unleashed hardship on the generality of the Nigerian people. Yet, the son of a key opposition figure who has always portrayed himself as a leading opposition candidate, seems to have switched to the ABC at this juncture when his father, busy galvanizing, busy running helter-skelter, trying to become the president, the presidential candidate of the ABC. Now, his own son does not even believe in him. So why should Nigerians, why should the APC, why should the APC members believe that his father has all it takes when his own son did not even share his vision? This is a full of in the world over. I take a brief commentary on Atiku Abubakar leads opposition and the contradiction within his camp, in this case, within his family, in the world over of Nigerian politics. Consistency is not just a virtue, it is a requirement for leadership. You have to be consistent. When a politician projects himself as the national alternative to ruling party. But his own immediate families openly aligns with the same ruling party. It becomes questionable. It raises serious questions about conviction, coherence, and credibility. There is no one that should be as closer to Allah as Abubakar more than his son. For him to have parted a different political way, building towards the ruling party, the APC, because that's a negative red flag for the Nigerian people, particularly the masses that have been the major receiving points of all the misgovernance that happened in this country. For someone who is not assured of even a cup of garri before going to bed, can you be more articulate than is the son of Atiku himself? It's a food for thought. Atiku Abubakar has spent 8 years positioning himself as the chief opponent of the APC. He delivers speeches attacking APC policies. He criticizes their government's failures. He campaigns of political contradiction. His own son openly, not quietly, openly joined the APC. This is contradiction of the answer. Publicly aligning with the very Atiku party, the very party that Atiku claims to stand against in the upcoming 2027 elections. This development raises critical questions, critical concerns that your own son, we understand he may not be politically aligned, he may not be interested in politics. He may have to pursue a personal ambition outside politics. That would be understandable. But being involved in politics, they're not aligning with his own father at this point. Switching from the PDP to the APC, the very party that his own father purportedly aims to win at a very competitive national election that is coming up in 2027. This raises a serious concern. Of course, it's imperative for the Nigerian people to take a very critical assessment of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar in terms of health, in terms of credibility, in terms of reliability, in terms of character, in terms of assurance. Is he truly going to do what he wants he has been campaigning to do? He has been seen raising alarm against the APC government in many aspects. But his own son is not convinced that his father is fit to go for that position. So who are you? The average masses to believe against all odds that Alhaji Atiku Abubakar should be the one to lead the APC. This is a serious concern and we have to take it as members of the opposition party. Where is the ideological consistency? If Atiku is genuinely opposed to APC leadership and policies, why is his inner circle comfortable joining the APC? Why? They probably would have seen some interwoven relationship that transpired, maybe in the recent past, or even currently, why not? It signals either lack of conviction or absence of a clear ideological direction within his political family. Yes. Two, how can he unites a nation when he cannot unite his political household. The family is the smallest unit of the society. If an individual that projects himself as a key opposition figure in Nigeria fails to unite his own immediate family, and his son has now chosen to join the APC, how can the same man stand before the Nigerian masses to convince them? Leadership begins at home. If Atiku cannot maintain alignment within his own family on political direction, how can he manage the complexities of national politics, national unity, party cohesion, and policy discipline at a national level? What does this reflect? Does this reflect the deeper pattern of political opposition? The move reinforces a long-standing public perception that Atiku operates in a flexible, transactional political space, where alliances shift not based on principle but on convenience. Atiku Abubakar has shift alliances based on convenience, where he feels he emerge party flag bearer, he moves there. Where he feels he will have political advantages, not necessarily based on personal principle. Some persons have left political party on grounds of personal principles, that the party principle do not align with their personal principle. But in this case, Atiku Abubakar left several people. He left the PDP, joined the APC to campaign against Goodluck Jonathan, campaign against Yar'Adua, not because of personal principle, but because of his selfish interests. In this case, the move reinforces long-standing public perception. The Atiku operates a flexible transnational political space where alliances shift not based on principles but on convenience. Nigerians deserve leaders with clarity, not confusion. Opposition politics demand organization, consistency, and ideological firmness. You must have a well-rooted ideology. You must be known for standing for certain things with clarity, without ambiguity. Atiku Abubakar today cannot be remembered for any firmness, for any clarity in terms of ideology. He cannot be remembered for that. And I bet anyone listening to my voice and watching this audio clip, discarding this assertion with proven facts. Atiku Abubakar cannot be adjudged to have any clear personal principle. He's always been in the opposition angle for his selfish interests, not on grounds of personal principle. Nigerians deserve leaders with clarity, not confusion. Opposition politics demand organization, consistency, and ideological firmness. a divided political front. Even within one's own family, signals weakness, not strength. And it undermines public perceptions. How does Atiku Abubakar want the Nigerian populace to view him? Then, number 5, this weakens his opposition credibility. The news of his son moving to APC has weakened his opposition strength and credibility. If the man campaigning against the APC cannot stop his own son from joining them, it tells Nigerians one thing clearly. Atiku's fight against APC may not be rooted in conviction. It may simply be a struggle for power, and that is what it is. And that is dangerous for a country in need of serious, focused, principled leadership. Nigeria needs leadership that is focused, principled, that is well firmed on grounds of personal principle, that is capable of ending corruption in Nigeria, that is capable of bringing about sanity in governance. The recent public decision of Atiku Abubakar's son, in this case, Atiku Abubakar, joining the APC, All Progressive Congress, was a supposed major contradiction in his political posture for years. Atiku has presented himself as the chief opponent of the APC, yet within his own family, his son openly praises the same ruling party he criticized. This inconsistency raises concern about ideological clarity, leadership stability, and of course, conviction. If Atiku Abubakar claims to be fighting APC policies while it's a single family, and joining the APC. On this note, I proceed with other national and international headlines. Today, Russian look appeal, His Excellency Mr. Peter B. donated a whooping sum of 10 million naira to Francis Cardinal Arize Secondary School in Anambra State. Mr. Peter B. has been fond of going around doing good, donating generously towards key infrastructure, donating towards health, donating towards schools, even those in prisons. They feel his impact because he still pays homage to those in prison, attending to their socio-economic needs. This is a man who has said with clarity, he did not steal a dime from the Nigerian government. You say he is not a saint, but he's not a thief. He has never stolen a dime from the Nigerian government. And if anyone can link him to any stolen fund, we will stop campaigning. How many Nigerian politicians today can actually say this? It takes a man with character, competency, capacity, credibility, and indeed, the will, the political will to liberate the Nigerian masses. No wonder wherever he appears, he gains the masses' audience attention. The adulation you often receive has become a culture in the Nigerian public space. Of course, no Nigerian politician today gains a standing ovation, half of what His Excellency Mr. Peter gains whenever he appears in any public function. Not because he pays anyone, he doesn't even give a kobo, no shishi. Remember, that's the mantra of 2023. No shish. Yes, the people are applauding. Why? Because of his impeccable character. He has proven himself over the years and he has remained consistent. That's the kind of leader that Nigeria deserves at this point. Then the next on our item, yesterday was a very engaging moment when the incoming AMAC chairman, Dr. Moses Paul, paid a courtesy visit to the ADC Secretariat in a special event to welcome the community structure for good governance, CSF, into the ADC. And indeed, it was a very, 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 very great operation where we welcome members of CSF into the ADC. It was a very powerful event and it was very clear about it. But while he welcomed them into the ADC, he's not distracted. His focus remains on the masses. The people of AMAC, whose houses have been demolished without compensation. The people of AMAC, who goes to bed without a hope of what to eat. The people of AMAC, whose children attend classes without sitting chairs, without adequate teaching aids. These are the people that occupy his mind. His attention is equally on the keke riders who faces multiple taxation every day. These are the people that have been relegated to the back. These are the people that form basis for his aspiration for the chairmanship position of AMAC. And he believed that the new AMAC is possible. So, guys, you are encouraged to please, whatever way you can, to support the candidacy of Dr. Moses Paul. If you love a new Nigeria, that new Nigeria should start from AMAC from 2026. This month, this very February 2026, 26th of February, the election. Make our time to support him, support his mission for a new Nigeria, for a new AMAC. It's possible. AMAC as it is smelling. There is no proper environmental sanitation. Waste are being disposed without government's recycling agency picking up this waste for proper management. Waste allows its wealth. But when you come to FCT, you realize that waste are smelling all over. The entire AMAC is smelling because of lack of governance. What we have as AMAC chairman is just a figurehead. He cannot even project and explain himself with clarity. And of course, we've seen several videos where Dr. Moses Paul have addressed the concerns of AMAC. There's no ambiguity in his plan for a new AMAC. Guys, let's support him whatever way you can to ensure that you vote, you support him whatever way, no matter how little. It is time to rescue AMAC so that we can transfer that energy into 2027 election. It's very, very key and very strategic, very, very important at this point. In the forest scene, the Iranian people have been on the streets for the past 16 days, still counting. With over 12,000 dead toll, the Iranian people are so determined, not giving up. They want to end the regime that have escalated their suffering, the regime that have teleguided their lives, the regime that have ended their God-given freedom, the regime that have killed the Iranian people. They want to see an end to that regime. And they believe that a new Iran is possible. So it is only our moral obligation to give them every moral support so that the will of the people will prevail. Democracy is about the will of the people. The people at this point, the people of Iran, and indeed the global community, are demanding for freedom of the Iranian people. They've suffered so much in the hands of Ayatollah, and it is time to end the regime. They are calling on the United States President Donald Trump, please come to the intervention of the Iranian people. We've done it previously, and we know you'll do it again. It is time to act. We cannot afford to fold our arms and watch humanitarian situation worsen in Iran when you can come in and end all the rascality. Please come to the aid of the Iranian people at this point. The people have fought for so long on the streets. They need intervention, they need help, they need support. Because the Iranian regime is clamping down, shooting live bullets against the people, with over 12,000 dead toll. Every second in the hands of the regime, these thousands of lives are lost. I just want to call on President Donald Trump, please come to the aid of the Iranian people. We also call on President Donald Trump to please pay huge attention to the Nigerian situation. The government have left us in the hands of kidnappers, terrorists that are destroying farmlands, destroying local communities, killing our people, killing the farming population, destroying the country at large. We call on the President Donald Trump, please remember the plights of the Nigerian people, the Christian population, the Muslim population, the community, the local farmers who are trapped in the hands of terrorists for over decades without hope in sight. Our people are living in IDP. We're calling on President Donald Trump, please come to the intervention of the people of Nigeria. We'll need your intervention at this point. And call them launches. Keep up election monitoring, uploading of results in real time. Call them stand for the Coalition for the Protection of Democracy. And of course, we have a team of engineers who have come together to provide solution for one of the major challenges that we have in 2023. Having to wait on INEC for days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days to get election results. It's not something we want to do in 2027. We want the election results to be available in real time, and program provided that solution. Please, folks out there, ensure that you download the Cube app, Cube charts, right? Download the Cube charts. It's available on Play Store. You can download it from any part of the world where you are. You can download it. So we want all the agents to download the Cube charts. And inside the Cube charts, when you register, you see the vote guide. You now register as an agent. This message is for all Obedience and well-meaning Nigerians. Please go out there and download the Cube charts. It's very important. It has other functionalities. It helps to upload results in real time. And besides, whatever functionality that WhatsApp has, the Cube chart has it even more. With Cube chart, you can have your video calls, you can have your audio calls, the election and upload it. It's whole lot. And it has geographical location. You know, the GPS is active on it. Election are uploaded, and it indicates the geographical location as well as the time of upload. So there is no space for INEC to perform any miracle come 2027. Guys, be encouraged, be part of the movement, join program, and ensure that your voice is not just heard but felt. Thank you. This is a much you can take for this morning program until I come away in the evening for People's Parliament, where we have contributors across the globe on our topic. Do have a pleasant day. And remember to subscribe to Covenant Media TV. I remain your host, Mr. Apple Christian, otherwise known as G46. God bless you.